Dear friends, already we have discussed about the open sets and open intervals. Actually, the idea of open sets in R is the generalization of the notion of open intervals. Okay, these things actually motivate us to write down the next results. A subset G in R is open if and only if it is the union of countably many disjoint open intervals in R. Okay, that is, if G is a open set in R, then G can be written as a countable union of disjoint open intervals. And conversely, actually the converse part is easy, since the arbitrary union of open set is open, so countable union of disjoint open intervals is open set. So the converse part is easy. So here only we prove that if G is open in R, then G can be written as the union of countably many disjoint open intervals in R. Okay. So if if G is a empty set, then obviously G can be written as open interval a comma a, where a is any real number. Okay, so obviously for an empty set, the statement is true. Okay, if G is a non-empty set, then let us take a point x from G. Okay, since G is open, so for every point in G there exists an interval Ix containing x such that that whole interval wholly contained in G, because G is open and x is a point from G. Okay, so this implies is that G can be written as union of such open intervals. Okay, but one thing I mentioned here, that this union may not be countable union. Okay, so this union may not be countable union. And second thing is that if we consider Ix in this way, then if x not equal to y and xy belongs to G, then there is no guarantee that the interval Ix and Iy are disjoint. Okay, so we cannot prove the theorem straightforward. Okay, so proof of the result. So without loss of generality, we assume that G is a non-empty open set in R. Okay, and let us take, since G is non-empty, so we take a point x from G. Okay, now we consider a set Ax. So this is the collection of all real numbers such that the interval Ax is wholly contained in G. Okay, so Ax is the collection of all those real numbers such that the interval, semi-open interval a comma x is wholly lies inside the set G. Okay, now this set Ax is non-empty because G is open. Since G is open, so obviously we can find an interval Ix which wholly contained in G. So obviously this point, obviously this point belongs to the set Ax. Okay, so obviously the set Ax is non-empty. Okay, and similarly we consider another set Bx. This is a collection of all real numbers such that the semi-open interval x comma b wholly contained in G. Okay, and similarly, since G is an open set and X is a point from G, so the set Bx is non-empty. Okay, so here we see that the set Ax is bounded above by X, but maybe or may not be bounded below. Okay, and this set is non-empty. So we define a new symbol Ax as, if the set Ax is bounded below, then the infimum of the set Ax exists. So we define small ax as infimum of Ax if Ax is bounded below. Okay, and minus infinity if Ax is not bounded below. Okay, similarly the set Bx is bounded below, but there is no guarantee that the set is bounded above. So here again we define another symbol Bx. So Bx is equal to supremum of the set capital Bx if Bx is bounded above. If Bx is bounded above, and if Bx is not bounded above, then we define small bx as plus infinity if Bx is not bounded above. Okay, okay. Since the set G is open and small x is the infimum of the set Ax if Ax is bounded below, or minus infinity if Ax is not bounded below, so obviously the symbol Ax does not belong to the set G. Okay, and similarly Ax does not belongs to the set G. Okay, now we define an open interval Jx as Ax comma Bx. Okay, now our claim is Jx is wholly contained in G. So for that, let us take a point y from Jx. Then obviously y lies between the points Ax and Bx. Okay, and since Ax is the this Ax, and since Ax is the infimum of Ax or minus infinity, so obviously there exists a point A dash in Ax such that A dash is strictly less than Ay. There exists a point A dash belongs to Ax such that A dash is strictly less than Y. Since A dash is in Ax, so the semi-open interval A dash comma x is wholly contained in G, and since y belongs to the semi-open interval A dash x, so y belongs to G. Okay, since y is an arbitrary point of Jx and that arbitrary point is inside the set G, so obviously Jx is subset of G. So this claim is true. Okay, so one note, since we can write G as union of singleton set X where X belongs to G, and since for every X we can construct an open interval Jx, so from these settings we can conclude that G is nothing but union of all open intervals Jx. Okay, here Jx is the largest open interval containing the point X such that Jx is a subset of G. Okay, our next claim. So let us take 2 points from G. Okay, if the points are distinct, then the corresponding intervals are either same or they are mutually disjoint. Okay, so we prove this claim. If they are not mutually disjoint, then obviously there exists a point Z which is inside Jx intersection Jy. Okay, since Z belongs to Jx, so Ax is strictly less than Z, strictly less than Bx, and Z belongs to Jy. Okay, so Ay strictly less than Z, strictly less than By. Okay, thus Ax strictly less than Z, strictly less than By, and Ay strictly less than Z, and Jx is strictly less than Bx, so Ay strictly less than Z, strictly less than Bx. We claim that X equal to Ay. If not, then by law of trichotomy, either Ax is strictly less than Ay or Ay is strictly less than Ax. Okay, so if Ax is strictly less than Ay, then Ax is strictly less than Ay and Ay is strictly less than Bx, so Ax strictly less than Ay strictly less than Bx. This implies as Ay belongs to open interval Jx and Jx is a subset of G. This implies Ay belongs to G. But already we have seen that the endpoints of the open intervals like Jx cannot belongs to the set G. So this thing cannot happen. Okay, so Ax strictly less than Y, so this is false, and by similar arguments we can show that Ay strictly less than X, that claim is also false. So obviously Ax equal to Ay. Okay, and similarly we can show that Bx equal to By. Okay, so if the intersection Jx intersection Jy contains at least one point, then the endpoints of the respective intervals are same. That means the intervals are identically equal to same. Okay, thus for 2 points from the set G, the corresponding intervals are either identically equal or they are mutually disjoint. Okay, already we have seen that for every two elements X and Y from G, the corresponding intervals Jx and Jy are either identically same or mutually disjoint. So this implies is that G can be written as union of union of disjoint open intervals. Okay. So now we consider the collection of disjoint open intervals. Okay. So this is the collection of disjoint open intervals. Okay. So we have to show that this collection is a countable collection. Okay. And the set of rational number is countable. So we can write set of rational number as R1, R2, R3 and onwards. Okay. So now if we take any Jx from this collection, okay, then obviously by density property, these open interval contains at least one rational number. Okay. So this contains at least one rational number. Okay. So the intersection of Jx and Q is a subset of Q. Okay. And this intersection contains many rational numbers. Okay. So we take that rational number which has the lowest index in Q. We choose that rational number from Jx intersection Q such that that rational number has lowest index in Q. Okay. Say that index is nx. The lowest index is nx. Okay. Then obviously R of nx belongs to Jx and obviously the corresponding interval Jr nx is same as Jx. Okay. So now we consider a map from the set of the collection of all disjoint open intervals to set of rational number by, for every interval Jx from this collection we have a rational number R of nx in Q. The construction of R of nx is already we demonstrated. Okay. Now if x is not equal to y, then the corresponding intervals are mutually disjoint, and since R of nx belongs to Jx and R of ny belongs to Jy, so the corresponding rational number R of nx is not same as R of ny. Okay. So obviously this map is an injective map. Okay. And since Q is rational and the map is injective, so obviously this set is at most countable. Okay. Thus, we have seen that every open set G in R can be written as the union of countably many disjoint open intervals. Okay. And this completes the proof. Thank you.